Hey guys, happy Sunday and welcome back to my channel. This is your girl Yeluma, and I know it's been a decade I haven't put up any content, but I'm going to spare you guys, the long talk about why I haven't been putting up anything up, and I'm just going to kick right in. And today's video, I want to talk about sense of entitlement, and I want to shed light on how we, especially African people, feel entitled to certain things from people, and it's something that I've come to conclusion and realization that I don't have to feel entitled that someone has to help me, be it a friend, a family member, a relative, a close friend, a co-worker, or anything. I have to take matters into my hands and fight for myself, and I feel like it's something that is consuming us daily and our mentality, and it's putting a lot of blockage and hatefulness and resentment in our hearts, in our lives, because we feel entitled that someone was supposed to do this for us and they didn't do it. So I went to Google and I Googled just to give us a general definition of what entitlement means. I know everybody knows what it means, but everybody probably reasons it out in a different way. So Google said, if someone has a sense of entitlement, that means the person believes he deserves certain privileges and he's arrogant about it. I don't agree with the arrogant part, because when you feel entitled to something and it doesn't happen and the person didn't come through for you, everybody has different emotions that is being drawn out of that entitlement that they didn't receive. I for one, if I feel entitled that someone was to do something for me, was to give something to me, and it doesn't happen, I become disappointed. That's a form of emotion that I portray. I'm disappointed and I'm sad. I'm not arrogant. So not everyone is arrogant. People become disappointed or sad. I think majority of the people become sad and sad and disappointed. Just a few people who actually really become that arrogant and aggressive, And Google also says that culture of entitlement suggests that many people now have highly unreasonable expectations about what they are entitled to. That's true. That's perfectly true. And it's a fun fact. We are becoming very unreasonable and expecting a lot from people, which should not be the case. We also feel we have a sense of entitlement to tell people what to do. You have to, especially nowadays with the internet and, with people behind keyboards saying anything and whatever to people because, they are public figures or whatever. I don't think that anybody has the right to tell anybody on the internet, or even not on the internet, tell somebody that you don't have to dress this way, you don't have to talk this way, you don't have to do that. Everybody's entitled to their opinion. Everybody's entitled, so long as you're doing something that is not affecting another person, it's not hurting another person emotionally, or taking another person's life away, or their happiness, their peace of mind. I don't think that we're entitled to voice out anything to anyone. At the same time, I don't think we're entitled to expect that people have to do things for us. I for one, I used to feel entitled to that. I used to be that person that will feel like I'm entitled to my friend to show up for my birthday, or show up for something for me, or come through for me, because I've always been coming through for that person. As time went on, I began to understand that that's not how life is. People will not always treat you the same way you treated them, and when you have that understanding, your mind becomes open. You have your peace of mind. Your emotions are no longer affected so widely in a way that you become so depressed and you always feel bad. You're always nagging. You're always enraged because people don't do the same thing you wanted them to do for you. Back home, the African culture, we have this sense of entitlement that if my father dies today, my father's brother has to take care of me, take care of my siblings, take care of that. Trust me, and honestly speaking, it's amazing for somebody to take responsibility after their siblings die and take care of their kids and things like that. I mean, I give it to those people, and they have a wonderful heart. It's not easy, but when somebody does that, it's amazing. But I got to understand that they were not entitled to do it. They were not entitled to do it. And anybody who does something, it's coming from the goodness and the kindness of their heart. And once we understand that, we begin to regress away from all these thinking of I feel entitled that a friend has to check up on me every day. I feel entitled that a friend has to give me a gift on my birthday. I feel entitled that my family member, my cousin, has to show up for me, has to help me in time of need. Oh honey, if you're waiting for all this time, waiting for a cousin to help you, waiting for that, no one is ever going to rescue you. We have to think that we are in this life alone. Fight for yourself like no one was watching, like no one was around you, like you had no sibling, you had no family member, you had no uncle. That's how it is. I recently went through something, and that's when a lot of this made sense. I mean, no one came through for me. I asked, I begged, people make you do things that you go to ground level, and at the end of the day, they still don't come through for you. And I cried and cried. And then I decided to open up to my younger brother. I shared this with him, and he's the one who even gave me this inspiration to make this video. He was like, sis, at the end of the day, these people don't owe you anything. They don't owe you nor me. Back in the days, we used to feel entitled, but I've understood that these people have nothing to give me. If they gave me, they gave you, it was kindness and the goodness of their heart. And that made sense. That made a lot of sense. I used to be very resentful and be angry with certain family members, with certain people, for them not doing certain things for me, because I feel like probably my mom had done something for them and they had to do the same thing for me. No, I don't care anymore. I was like, that makes sense. Anyone who shows up for me, who does something for me, who prays for me, who provides for me, who helps me or helps my people or my own or something for me, anyone who does anything good for me, that comes from the kindness of the person's heart. And I don't feel they're entitled. And I applaud people who go out of their way to do things when they necessarily don't have to do it. And I just wanted to share light to you guys that please don't feel entitled all the time or most of the time. It's going to help you to not be dependent, and it's going to give you a lot of a sense of purpose and understanding, and it will make you less resentful and give you more urge to go out and fight and fend for yourself. So hope this is it wasn't too long, and drop your comments down, share what you think about entitlement and the culture, everything, and I'll be happy to reply, happy to chit chat. And please like, share, subscribe. Bye, and have a wonderful week, everyone. See ya.